Hi everyone. I haven't really talked much about my health lately, and it just gets so depressing to talk about it. I'm always letting my buddy Glenn Kellaway from the basement know that I've got chronic pain, and I always let Molly know. But yeah, there's been kind of updates lately, but a lot of it's been frustrating, and hopefully there's going to be some good news, or at least something in the next few days. So as some of you know that watch my channel all of the time, I've had chronic pain for, I don't know, it just seems to get worse and worse as the months go by. But I would say I've had it. I've had pain for many years, but it's gotten worse, I guess, in the last 3-4 years. Ever since I stopped working, it's gotten worse. And I've got it's called Chiari malformation, and I'll put something here, and if you want to pause the video and read it, just so you know what it's about. And I guess I'm lucky that it's, at least at the moment, I think, Chiari malformation 1, because I've heard that 2 is a lot worse. So maybe I'm lucky in a way. And the main reason I'm making this video is I'm having finally a third MRI in 2 days. Today is Saturday, so yeah, on Monday. And my best buddy, Glenn Kellaway from the basement, is going to take me. It's in Napanee, Ontario, which is about a 40-minute drive from here. I have to give him gas money, I know. And what's worse than that is I have to listen to his music on the way there and the way back. Last time it was the Grateful Dead. Ugh. So I'm not doing this video so I get comments, "Oh Larry, I feel sorry for you." Like I always say, I already feel sorry for myself, so you don't have to. And I would say, this year, with, the worst, how do you say it? With the struggles of chronic pain getting worse and worse. And then, of course, me losing my second cat. I had 2 cats, and now I got none. Yeah, I lost Mittens a couple of months ago, and that's been very, very depressing for me. And then on top of it, dealing with the chronic pain. And the people that don't have chronic pain, I used to hear, oh, he's got chronic pain, and you'd feel sorry for the person, but it's like you don't know what it's really like until you have it yourself. It's always here. And even I would say like a year ago, it was, I would have some better days than others, and there would even be a few. I remember there was one day where I basically had no pain for 2 or 3 hours, and it was just the greatest sensation. And then of course that didn't last. But anyway, the MRI on Monday and I had to ask my family doctor. I had to push to get another MRI, because the last one I had was about over 2 years ago. And like I said, the pain's gotten a lot worse since that MRI. And this time what they're going to do, they're going to do my neck and my spine. The other issue I have, I've always got issues. Get a tissue. And no one's helped me with it. I've been to the doctor, and I don't know. It's just very frustrating. I've had this numbness in my hands for, it's over 20 years, maybe even 25 years. And so it's always numb. And about about 2 years ago, I got it in my feet too. So yeah, it's in my feet also. And the other thing about having this is my feet are always cold, like they're really cold. Even, even right now I'm wearing socks. Normally that would, keep your feet warm. They're not warm, they're cold. They're pretty cold. And my hands are the same way. Maybe not as much, but they're still cool. And one thing I noticed a couple of years ago is when I was having a bath. I know Glenn Kellaway always teases me about having a bath, but a real man takes a bubble bath. But I noticed a couple of years ago when I put my hands in the water, they would, I could feel them vibrating really quick. Like, they're not vibrating, you can't see them shaking or anything, but under the water, like the nerves, it's like they're rapidly shaking or whatever. It's a really strange sensation. But, I brought this up to the doctors, and the one thing, I guess, when I was at the pain clinic, which didn't help me, they had me do this, it was like a needle, and then I'd have to wait a few weeks to see if it worked or not, and it never did, sadly. I'm sure it does help some people, but of course I'm one of the ones that it doesn't help. And I've been on so many different medications for this. I was on the Butrans patch, which was very expensive. That did kind of help a bit, but like I said, it was expensive. And I've been on other medications. The one I'm on now is it's Lyrica, but it's like a no-name brand for it. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Pregabalin. And it started at 10 milligrams. No, it started at 25 milligrams, and I would take 3 of these pills per day. And now it's doubled, so I take 2 pills 3 times a day. And, it takes time to work, if it's going to work. But I've been on this for 3 months, and it hasn't helped at all. And so I'm just very frustrated. And then, of course, this has 0 refills, so I was getting frustrated with trying to get it refilled again. And so I've decided, just for now, until I get my MRI, to just I've been slowly weaning myself off of it, because it hasn't helped me at all. And so after the MRI, see what they say, hopefully I can finally get some help. And the other thing I take, which I know is, when I was working the last few years, I would be taking Advil at work because I'd be sore, my arms or whatever. And now I take Tylenol once. Just during the day, I take maybe 3 in a day. I never take anything at night. So this has I think it's 8 milligrams of codeine. Oh, yeah, 300 milligrams of Tylenol. And then 15 milligrams of caffeine, so it gets into your system quicker. And 8 milligrams of codeine. But like I said, even this, maybe it does, I think it does help a little bit, but it's not enough to take away the pain. So yeah, it's been a real party. Like right now, besides this all hurting, I've had lower back pain, which I've never had in my life. And the one doctor at the pain clinic thinks my hands and my feet have nothing to do with the Chiari malformation 1. It has to do with my spine. So, like I said, I hope something comes from getting this MRI on Monday. And yeah, I just wanted to also mention, I have viewers that contact me sometimes on Facebook, maybe Gmail, and they want to have a conversation, which is fine. I always, if somebody writes to me, for the most part, unless it's just they write to me and say, hey, like I don't know how you can respond to somebody just saying, hey. But if they write to me and say hello or whatever, I always respond. But the thing is, I can't continue, a conversation back and forth, typing and all that, because it's painful with my hands. So I'm just letting you know I'm not a snob. For the most part, I'm not a snob. And, and then of course I'm in communication with Molly a lot, texting. And, Glenn Calloway. Glenn, can you take me for my MRI? And that's, I want to thank Glenn, publicly. He's, and Molly, of course. But he's, when Molly can't be here, Glenn is always, usually, here to help me out, unless he's, at his job or whatever. So, thank you, Glenn. What else? That's about it. That's all the depressing. Now I'm really depressed. Thanks a lot. No, but I just also wanted to say, even though I wouldn't say I'm depressed. I think I'm just sad, especially losing Middens this year. But what lifts me up is doing videos, doing my Patreon. So, when you see me doing a video, I'm not acting like I'm happy. I'm actually in a good mood because, like I said, I enjoy being creative, and that's one thing I do suggest if you're feeling sad or depressed, is do something. Don't just lay around moaning and groaning. And so I always thank my viewers for supporting me and being very kind, and I think that's about it. So yeah, just please send me some positive thoughts for the MRI on Monday, and that's about it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.